Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, Jamaica records the bloodiest week all year with 44 murders. Last week was the bloodiest in Jamaica this year with 44 murders recorded, the highest for any 7-day period in 2024. According to the latest statistics published by the Jamaica Constabulary Force this morning, as at November 23, the updated murder toll was 1,039. The previous update a week prior showed that Jamaica recorded 995 murders as at November 16. Since then, the year-on-year murder decline has dipped to 2 percentage points to 18%. 2 of the 19 police divisions have recorded over 100 murders, namely St. James 117 and the St. Andrews South 107. Westmoreland 94, St. Catherine North 86, and the St. Catherine South 74 round out the top 5 murderous police divisions. Of note, 15 of the 19 police divisions have recorded a decline in murders over the last year. Shootings, injured persons, rape, robbery, and break-ins are down compared with the corresponding period of 2023. Canadian man suspected of taking his own life at hotel in St. Anne. The Runaway Bay police in St. Anne are investigating the suspected death of a foreigner at the Bahia Principe Hotel in Runaway Bay on Sunday. The deceased has been identified as 56-year-old James Harrison Piton of Ontario, Canada. The police say about 3:15 p.m., a member of the hotel's maintenance staff found Harrison Piton's body hanging from the ceiling of his room. The police were called and they processed the scene. High school student among 3 killed in St. Mary crash. The police have reported that a student of Karen Hall High School in St. Mary is among the 3 victims who perished in an early morning crash along the Whitehall Main Road in the parish on Sunday. A police report states that about 3 a.m. Sunday, the driver of a Honda Stream motor car lost the control of the vehicle, which collided with a Toyota Corolla, which was traveling in the opposite direction. 6 occupants of both vehicles were rushed to the Port Maria Hospital, where 3 were pronounced dead and the others were admitted in serious condition. It is understood that among the dead are members of a family from Portland who arrived in Jamaica from overseas to bury a relative from the Mount Pleasant area of the parish. They have been identified as 54-year-old Johnny Walker, 22-year-old Davian Anderson, and the 20-year-old Paul Mullins. The St. Mary police say Sunday's fatal crash was a result of speeding, reckless driving, and indiscipline on the part of at least one of the drivers. They are again appealing to motorists to drive within the prescribed speed limit. The Port Maria police are investigating the incident. Integrity Commission denies the claims of bias in the timing of published summary of Mark Golding's statutory declarations. The Integrity Commission is cautioning against the unsubstantiated claims of bias in relation to the timing of yesterday's publication of the gazetted summary of the latest statutory declaration by opposition leader Mark Golding. The Integrity Commission noted that the summary, which was gazetted in accordance with the relevant provisions of the 2017 Integrity Commission Act, was also published in both the daily newspapers. In a media release, the Integrity Commission said it noted several comments on social media accusing it of bias and/or acting politically to embarrass the Prime Minister by publishing the Gazette the same day on which the annual conference of the governing Jamaica Labour Party was convened. It noted that a cabinet minister was among the commentators, but the IC says the summary of statutory declaration was signed by the IC's chairman and dispatched to the Governor-General and the Jamaica Printing Services on October 29. It says it received an email from the Jamaica Printing Services on November 11 with the first draft of the Gazette for the IC's review, and on November 12, it sent an email to the Jamaica Printing Services indicating a correction to be made to Gazette. According to the IC, the amendments were made on November 19, and on the same day, written instructions were given to the Jamaica Gleaner and the Jamaica Observer newspaper advertising department to commence the preparation of the artwork for the publication of the Gazette yesterday. The Integrity Commission says that the Gazette, containing the summary of the statutory declaration of the opposition leader, is customarily published in the Gleaner and Observer newspapers on the first Sunday following its finalization. It says that this has always been the practice in publishing the Gazette containing the summary of statutory declarations, and this year's publication was in keeping with that practice. Security forces launch a crime-fighting operation in Miranda Bay, St. Mary. The St. Mary Police Division has launched a major operation in Miranda Bay to respond to growing concern over criminal activities. Operation Prevent is a collaborative effort with the Jamaica Defense Force and the several specialized units. The initiative is in its first phase and seeks to disrupt criminal activities such as the trafficking of illegal firearms and drugs and restore peace and security for residents. Acting Superintendent Anthony Wallace, commanding officer for the St. Mary Police, said more than 10 people were held for questioning during the ongoing operation.
So currently we have over 10 persons that have been picked up for questioning. These persons are persons that we can assist the police in this investigation as we move forward. It will be an ongoing operation, and what we see this morning is collaboration from the officers of St. Mary, area headquarters, as well as specialized operations, the Lateral Scam Task Force, and other agencies, our valid partners, of course, the Jamaica Defense Force. This operation is ongoing as we speak and will continue throughout the rest of the day. So we had a very tragic situation in the Airwoodall area, where 3 of the persons that was involved in the accident succumbed to the injuries. There are one, Johnny Walker, he's 54 years old, Davian Anderson, 22 years old, and Paul Mullins, he's 20 years old. This matter is currently being investigated by the St. Mary Traffic Department. We'll continue to provide update to our citizens so they are fully aware of what is happening.
Miranda Bay councillor-elect appeals for funds to clean Red Hill Cemetery. Councillor-elect for the Miranda Bay Division, Rosemary Shaw, is appealing to local government minister Desmond McKenzie to make funds available to have the Red Hills Cemetery in Miranda Bay cleaned. Ms. Shaw made the appeal on Saturday during a ceremony at the cemetery to honor the late councillor Rohan Bryan. She said overgrown shrubs and neglected trees have made it difficult for families who wish to access the area.
I pass through the Miranda Bay Cemetery and it is a national disgrace. Persons cannot access the graves of their loved one because of the overgrown bushes. I know that the minister was out in full force for the by-election. He passes the Miranda Bay Cemetery every day, so I'm sure that he's aware of the situation.
Former cashier to return to court in January for allegedly stealing almost $400,000. A former cashier who allegedly stole almost $400,000, which she collected on behalf of her employer, is to reappear in the St. Catherine Parish Court on January 5, 2025. Stephanie Facey, 30, of Linstead, St. Catherine, is charged with larceny as a servant. When Facey appeared in court on Monday, Parish Judge Kian Lamy postponed the matter as the court was dealing with another case. It is alleged that on April 5, 2023, Facey collected $374,500 on behalf of the Torpedo Loan Company in Linstead. She allegedly failed to lodge the money on the company's behalf. The matter was reported to the police, and following an investigation, Facey was arrested and subsequently charged. Teen boys charged for video-recorded sexual assault. CPSA condemns incident. The Child Protection and Family Services Agency says the teen boys seen in a video sexually assaulting a schoolgirl have been charged with several offenses, including rape, forcible abduction, knowing and producing child pornography, and distributing child pornography. The video, which came to light sometime last week and has been circulated on social media platforms, shows the 13-year-old girl being physically abused while being sexually assaulted by the boys. The CPSA says investigations revealed that a group of male students allegedly lured the schoolgirl to a house where she was sexually assaulted, and the act was recorded. It says that the girl is to receive a medical assessment today. The agency says it has intervened in the matter and is currently providing psychological intervention for the teenage girl. We were made aware of the video early Saturday morning on November 23, 2024. Our investigating team located the victim and her family and met with them on Sunday, November 24, 2024, where brief counseling was provided. The child was referred to the Victims Services Division for additional support, Lord Adams Thomas, head of the CPSA, explained. She said the CPSA strongly condemns the despicable act that was committed against the girl. The levels of violence we continue to see being displayed by our children are of grave concern. Sadly, this also seems to be a reflection of the violence and the disrespect towards the women and girls that permeate our society. We need to do more now to protect our children and the future. These kinds of maladaptive behaviors in our schools and the communities must not be condoned, and we must teach our boys that masculinity is not synonymous with abuse, Adams Thomas said. Adams Thomas further sought to remind and encourage persons to report all forms of child abuse using the 24-hour child abuse reporting hotline 211. She also noted that child abuse reports may be made through WhatsApp or text at 876-878-2882, email report@childprotection.gov.jm, or by visiting any CPSA parish office, or through our social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at CPSAGM. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.